first speaker is going to be Arjen Ecker. You may have heard of him, maybe better known as Plastic Free Boy. He's 13 years old. Since 2017, he's been sharing his documentary Plastic Alarm with thousands of school children, not just here in Australia, but internationally as well. The aim of this is to protect oceans, which are filling up with not only plastics that you can see, but also microplastics, and he's aiming to inspire younger generations to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. And obviously having a better design, more sustainable cities is part of this as well. Now, he's been nominated for Green Globe Awards. He was also Australia's 2019 Youth Ambassador for Clean Up Australia Days. So let's get him out here now. Arjen Ecker, a Plastic Free.
Do I go?
Absolutely.
So do I go with my speaker? Yeah. Okay, so planet Earth is 4.5 billion years old. Mankind about 140,000 years old. If you condense Earth's lifespan into 24 hours, that's one whole day. We humans have only been here for 3 seconds. 3 seconds. 3 seconds, and look what we've done. Animals are going extinct at an alarming rate, and guess who's next? We humans. We need to stop this, and hopefully this is not going to become normal. I'm just a kid, but I make a difference. In fact, this difference has impacted over 100,000 children and students from around the world. You might be asking yourself, what kind of difference is this kid talking about? It all kicked in one moment that made me think, in fact, question. It started on the beach on my 11th birthday when I witnessed 3 rehabilitated sea turtles being released back into the ocean. I asked myself, why aren't these sea turtles in the ocean already? Suddenly I woke up to a global crisis threatening my generation's future and future generations to come. I learned that we have long known that plastic in landfills and our oceans is a growing environmental risk, and more recently, we have come to understand that plastic is an urgent, even deadly threat to human health too. Plastic exposure harms the immune and reproductive system, the liver, kidneys, and even causes cancer. From toxic liquids called leachate entering our waterways, contaminating our drinking water, to microplastics in our food chain, soon we will not be able to reverse the damage which we are doing on the environment and our bodies. Making matters worse, plastic production is increasing by 30% each year and will continue to do so unless we change. So here are some facts. I'd like to ask all of you to just read one in your head. And I'd like to ask you, how do you feel when you read this fact? I feel terrified. I learned that when I'm 42 years old, in 2050, there will be more plastics in the ocean than fish. When millions of people who rely on seafood will not have food, they will be part of the 400 million climate refugees in the next 30 years. Now this affected me massively. I thought my future would be comfortable. I'd go to school, go to university, get a job, happy wife, happy life, but all of that disappeared in front of my eyes. None of my generation will be able to experience the world you all do now unless we act now. Some countries have shown great leadership, such as banning single-use plastics and circular economy. Let's not waste money with waste. But will this be enough? When a bath is overflowing with water, tap fully on, do you mop it up? Of course, you turn it off from the tap. To ensure a sustainable future, we need to turn off this pollution from the tap, and I mean, it starts with us. We realize what we're doing now, and we shift our habits now. We shift our lifestyle from one of convenience and easy to one of quality and sustainability. Otherwise, in the future, there will be no easy. Some places have shown great responsibility, such as banning single-use plastics and circular economy, such as San Francisco banning all single-use plastic bottles throughout the whole city, and Canada has now announced by 2020 there will be single-use plastic free. Now this is great, but for the rest of us, we need to realize that we are responsible for this plastic bottle, every single plastic bottle, for the next 500 years. So when I was telling kids that I wanted to make a film about sea turtles dying from plastic, a kid came up to me and asked me, why do you want to save the marine animals? The turtles, the fish, the whales? Why do you want to save them? They're just stupid for eating these plastics. And that second I thought, what can I say to make people care? Shortly after, I found out that a study came out from the Australian University of Newcastle that each person eats 1 credit card of plastics every single day.
Week.
So the question is, are we all stupid? Or do we not care? Of course we care, but I came to realize there's a huge, massive underlying problem. We people. We people don't know about this plastic problem. We people don't want to believe that this plastic problem is real. We people think that our individual actions don't matter. But what if we all lived in a world where we really do matter? Finally, I get to describe what I do to save the environment. So with the help of my professional filmmaker mum, Corinne Ecker, right there, we produced a 22-minute documentary called Plastic Alarm, which has educated more than 100,000 children and students from around the world. The 3 core messages: to not use single-use plastics, every person's actions matter, and that everyone is responsible for the plastics which they buy. With a follow and schools create a direct impact, with a follow-up initiative to reduce their waste by 20 to 80%. And children took direct responsibility, educating their family members, community members, and other kids. So let's start talking about you, the adults or the leaders. I understand that huge environmental decisions might be difficult or unpopular, but parents who are educated by their kids are starting to make more environmentally friendly decisions. 80% of all consumerism choices are made by women, and I'm sure a lot of those women are mothers. This helps governments to make more environmentally friendly decisions. But first, I suggest you get my future generation on your side by educating them about how important these solutions are for their future. And trust me, they will act. Okay, now let's go.
Alian's message is so powerful for all children.
And having that young voice speaking to young people.
It's really connected to what we do in the classroom.
The future generation needs inspirational people like Alian.
Kids at Ashgrove Public School are taking initiative straight away.
It's so great to have a young child taking a lead in our world and making a difference.
To go and visit as many schools and to spread his message and to inspire as many children as possible.
Anyone who wants to change the world needs to look to our young people. They're the ones who are going to inherit the earth, and we want them to be in control.
Imagine if all children globally felt inspired like that. I believe my generation is the key to change. It's just your generation who need to open the doors. With inspiring and educational education, we can enable the dormant power of the younger generation. Let's shift our education to one that makes an impact. Leaders, we need your help. Leaders, you need our help. Let's work together. My future vision, let's empower the younger generation to have a voice for their future by making environmental activism part of the school curriculum. Peer-to-peer educational films like mine have shown great results in empowering students to act and making responsibility for the environment the social value. This can be achieved with maybe an interactive technology which connects. What was it? Oh, it's that one. Yes. This can be achieved with an interactive technology which connects students in schools globally on environmental projects. Environmental projects and enable students to share solutions with each other. For example, some amazing leadership models of circular economy. Students need to feel empowered to make decisions in balance with natural resources to reduce today's disasters, such as pollution, climate change, poverty, etc. This can start today at the Asia Pacific. Let's start here today at the Asia Pacific. Now, most of you might be thinking, what a nice kid. So great of him getting up and speaking about his ideas. He doesn't have to pay any bills. He's responsible for huge city budgets, like most of you are maybe. He has no idea what these solutions he's suggesting are going to cost. But if you do think that, you're wrong. I do know what this will cost if we do not act. It will cost millions to the health and ecosystem. To do nothing will cost my future. It will cost your children and grandchildren's future. It will cost the future of millions of children's future. Our future is in your hands. If students focus on the subject of reducing plastic bottles, that would reduce 123 million tons of carbon every single day. Please be courageous. Please be leaders. Let's work together. Thank you.